Welcome to a journey so deep, so dark, and so mind-melting that even the bravest deep-sea creatures would tell you, I'm good. Today, we're diving into the strangest, strongest, and most unreal creatures ever to exist. From the rivers of Earth to the ancient oceans, the absol zones of alien worlds. Buckle up. This one's going to blow your sense of reality into orbit. Let's start in familiar waters, Earth, but not the cute part with C-L-O-W and F-I-S-H. No. We're going into the Colosseum of aquatic monstrosities. First up, Arapaima, a living tank. Its scales are like Kevlar plates, and it can survive in low oxygen water. If fish had an MMA league, this thing is the undisputed heavyweight champion. Then you have the alligator gar, which is basically what happens when you fuse a crocodile with a torpedo. Its jaw is just a mess of medieval-looking teeth. It's ancient, it's armored, and it looks permanently angry. Of course, we can't forget sharks, the classic hitmen of the ocean, designed by evolution to do one thing, ruin someone's day. But towering above them all is the killer whale, orca. They are the apex of apex predators. They're smart, they're organized, they're incredibly strong. If the ocean had mafia bosses, orcas are the godfathers. So, who wins this battle royale? It's simple, the orca. Comparing them is like putting a house cat, a dog, and a wolf in a ring with a polar bear wearing night vision goggles. There's just no contest. But what about the battle of armor? The Arapaima has biological armor. The gar is bone like diamond shard plates, and sharks have tiny, sharp tooth-like scales. Orcas, they don't need scales, they have raw muscle. Could they bite through each other's armor? Yes, but they would hate every second of it. An Arapaima clashing with a gar would be like two armored cars smashing into each other at full speed. Now, let's play a what-if game. What if a piranha wasn't small and nippy? What if it was huge? Imagine a school of piranha. Each one is the size of a cow. Their teeth could turn solid steel into pasta, and they'd move like a swarm of living chainsaws. In a fight between killer whales and a school of giant piranha, the orca would probably still win, but only because of its size, intelligence, and teamwork. A single bite from one of those monsters could be catastrophic. Now let us step into the time machine and go back to an age when the oceans were pure chaos. Creatures weren't just big, they were absurd. Meet the Dunkelsteus, a prehistoric nightmare with armored jaws that acted like guillotines. Its bite was so strong, it didn't just bite you, it deleted you from existence. Then there was the Megalodon, a bus-sized shark with a bite force that could crush a car. Its teeth were the size of your hand. And we can't forget the Mosasaurus, the lizard shark crocodile dragon hybrid you meet in your worst nightmares, built like a submarine and just as deadly. And for the truly weird, was the Helicoprion, a shark with a literal buzzsaw spiral for a jaw. It looks like evolution hit the randomize button and just walked away. We also have the Spinosaurus, a semi-aquatic dinosaur. Think of a crocodile dragon with a giant sail on its back that could hunt in deep rivers. Who would win among these prehistoric legends? It depends on a matchup. If I had to bet my money, the Mosasaurus and Dunkelsteus were the true in-game bosses of the ancient seas. All right, now let's break reality completely. Imagine a mantis shrimp. But instead of being a few inches long, it's the size of a killer whale. Congratulations! You've just imagined the end of the ocean as we know it. A single punch from this creature would create a shockwave. That shockwave would cause a cavitation explosion. And that explosion would literally make the ocean boil. A whale-sized mantis shrimp would do more damage than half the world's military. It's a good thing nature decided to keep that one small. You've all heard about how an asteroid wiped out the dinosaurs. But what happened to the oceans? They went through absolute horror. Sunlight was blocked across the entire globe. Without light, the plants and plankton died. Without plankton, the base of the food chain, everything above it began to starve. The entire system collapsed. The deep ocean turned into a realm of eternal night. This catastrophic event pushed nature to hit the reset button. The giant ocean monsters faded away, and modern species slowly rose from the ashes. But now, let's go far, far beyond Earth. Our planet's deepest point, the Mariana Trench, is about 11 kilometers deep. That sounds like a lot, but space just laughs at that. Let's look at Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. It has an ice shell between 10 and 30 kilometers thick. And the ocean beneath it? It could be 80 to 100 kilometers deep. A giant, endless ocean of total night. Then you have Ganymede, with layered oceans that might reach hundreds of kilometers down. Callisto is a similar story. Endless water, endless dark. Even Titan, with its methane lakes on the surface, has a huge water ocean underneath, possibly over 100 kilometers deep. Suddenly, Earth's oceans look more like a puddle, and these moons look like the true abyss. Now, we're going to break the universe wide open and look at exoplanets. There's a planet called GJ1, the 1 for B, also known as the steam planet. The water there is so hot and dense it becomes a supercritical fluid, and its oceans are potentially hundreds of kilometers deep. The planets in the TRAPPIST-1 system might be fully oceanic, with depths ranging from 100 to 1,000 kilometers. Then we have Hycean worlds like K to 18b. These planets might have oceans so deep they actually break our current understanding of physics. Imagine a world with 1,000 kilometers of ocean. No land, no sunlight reaching the bottom, only crushing pressure, absolute darkness, and creatures born from geothermal heat vents. So now for the really fun part. What kind of monsters could live down there in these alien abyss worlds? Imagine Colossus jellies, 50 meters long, glowing like drifting galaxies and moving like silent ghosts. Or abyss titans, ancient, slow-moving creatures with bodies so heavily armored they can withstand megatons of pressure. Picture ribbon leviathans, creatures that are kilometers long, flowing through the dark water like living rivers. And near the boiling, chemical-rich vents, you might find vent serpents, glowing with their own internal fire. And in the deepest, most extreme zones, we'd find creatures we can't even begin to imagine. Life that has never seen light, never touched land, never heard a sound. Entire ecosystems that would make Earth's most fearsome monsters look like tiny, harmless toys. Earth's oceans are just the first chapter in a much larger story. The universe is filled with these abyss worlds, worlds where oceans stretch for hundreds, even thousands of kilometers deep. Worlds that are home to creatures far beyond our wildest imagination. Worlds that humanity may never be able to touch. We can certainly dream of them if our own small planet can give us sharks, orcas, and ancient titans. Just imagine what the rest of the universe has in store. This is only the beginning. If you want to see a journey into a 10,000 kilometer deep ocean planet, make sure to like and subscribe for part 2. Thanks for watching.